Hello, everyone. I'm the Sports Wiz 101. Don't worry, this will probably be the last time you see me in this video. Um, but with the NFL's regular season finally over, that means two things. First of all, it means I'll have to predict the playoff field, which that'll be coming later this week. But secondly, it means that it's time for my yearly deep hinting, where I have to look back at the predictions that I got horribly wrong back in the preseason. But before we do that, there's a couple of notes I want to point out. Um, First of all, there's a three-way tie atop this ranking, and there's almost a four-way tie. If you've been following me long enough, you might remember before I did the NFC predictions that I said that the Micah Parsons trade led to me changing my predictions for a couple of games. Well, it led to me adding a win to the team you'll see in the number 4 spot. And if it wasn't for that, then that team in the number 4 spot would have been involved in that four-way tie for first. Instead, as it stands, it's a three-way tie. And you'll see who's involved in that. Another thing I should note, there was a tie for fifth to make sure to chop this down to a full top 5. I elected to make one of them an honorable mention. And they're both disappointments, so I can't use the criteria I had last year of, well, if a team is a surprise, I'll take them over a disappointment. Because both teams were disappointments. So I actually took the bigger disappointment and kept them in the top 5, with the lesser disappointment being more of an honorable mention. That honorable mention is the Arizona Cardinals. I had them at 9-8. I thought they were going to be fairly mediocre in a good NFC West, and they were not mediocre. They finished 3-14. I was a full 6 games off. So you just imagine me missing the Cardinals by 6 games, and then you only make his an honorable mention, or I guess dishonorable mention in this case. I gotta show you how bad some of my predictions really were. But without further ado, here's the full top 5, as you'll hear from, well, me before the season began. And I've got the Baltimore Ravens winning this one at 14-3. I just view the Ravens as the most complete team in this division. After that, we have the Seattle Seahawks. They're now being quarterbacked by Sam Darnold. And with that said, I've never been a big Sam Darnold fan. I feel like the coaching of their team last season had more to do with Minnesota's success than Darnold's play did. I do think he's probably better than I'm giving him credit for, if that means anything. But I also think that he's probably not good enough to lead the Seahawks into the playoffs. The NFC East, where you'll notice I don't have Philly winning the division. I still have them going 12-5. They're going to get in with a wild card. But a lot of the reason is history, We have not seen a repeat division champion in a while. In fact, it has been since the early 2000s that someone went and won the East in consecutive years. Of course, the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles won the East last season, so that trend continues. Someone not named Philadelphia is winning this division, and I believe that the Washington Commanders are the team most suited to take over in a potential Eagle absence. I got the Chiefs winning this division at 14-3. Now, Kansas City, of course, coming off of a failed trip to the Super Bowl last year. Much publicized how much of a blowout that game wound up being. That being said, I keep seeing people going around and going, oh, this is the year that the Chiefs come falling back down to earth. Chiefs won't even make the playoffs. I mean, come on. I get that it would be silly for me to go out and say the Chiefs are going to replicate what they did last season. But I also think it'd be even sillier to be going around saying that this team that has been in the AFC Championship every single season since Mahomes became the starter back in 2018, and a team that has made the playoffs every year since 2015, is suddenly going to miss the playoffs. And the main reasoning is it has to happen sometime, or that they had a big blowout loss in the big game and it's going to lead to the beginning of the end. People, you don't collapse just because of one bad game. Chiefs are going to win the division again. I do think they come up short getting home field in the AFC this year, though, and that's got a lot to do with how tough their division is. Then you have Jacksonville. I'll say if there's one team in this division that I'm probably wrong on, it might be Jacksonville. I've got them at 5-12. I've seen people look at them as a potential breakout candidate under first-year coach Liam Cohen. I just don't see it, man. I think it's another mediocre at best season for the Jags. So yeah, 5-12.